Hello and welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. If you're new to my channel, would love for you to hit the subscribe button and perhaps the notification bell so every time I do a new video, you will be notified. Today's topic on Spiritual Medicine Digest is the AAA's expansion. AAA stands for Automatic Alignment Activators, and there have been thousands created by those of us in TOLPAKAN healing and probably others as well. What are they? Well, they are automatic healing bubbles that repeat a healing as needed. And you don't have to actually, if you have this downloaded, you don't actually have to ask for the healing. An example would be the AAA for automatically balancing your clairs, your clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairgustance, clairaudience, etc. Oftentimes during an ascension upgrade, our clairs will expand and then we will sense too much and it can destabilize us. But with this automatic alignment activator, if you download and activate it within yourself, it'll automatically check in to see if your clairs are balanced, and if not, automatically balance your clairs. Now lately there have been two AAAs that I have been having to upgrade, if you will, manually, meaning that it's not automatically upgrading or evolving. So there is a grand automatic alignment activator that helps to auto-evolve some of the other smaller, if you will, automatic alignment activators. However, the one for helping us not to proxy for someone else, that is running their energy through us and healing them through our bodies, and the one for preventing sensitive souls from becoming reversed or polarity reversed when we go through a very deep healing cycle and ascension upgrade, those don't seem to be evolving fast enough to keep up. So I've had to do those manually, if you will, to get those evolved quickly. And it's like they go through their own expansion and evolution, and it seems to coincide with what we call ascension upgrades. How do I know? Well, because I've had the interesting healing symptom of a cough. And when I get into a coughing fit, which isn't that often, but it is somewhat annoying if I'm on a Zoom with someone, right? Or a group of people. What happens is that I check in my brain balance and I check whether or not, first of all, my polarity is correct and whether or not I'm proxying for someone. And over the last week or so, what's been happening is every time I go into a coughing fit, I'm either partially proxying for someone or I'm partially reverse. Energy's going backwards. Normally that can be like just a healing symptom or even part of the ascension process, but oftentimes it doesn't feel so good when we're in that state, even for a short period of time. For example, I'm an athlete, and so I tend to work my body pretty hard sometimes. And I notice that if I am reversed, I really can't work out that well. Like my body's signals are not connecting. And so I'm less coordinated and more likely to be at risk for an injury. I can tell by the quality of my pull-ups or my push-ups or squats sometimes whether or not I am fully brain balanced or whether I may be proxying or partially reversed. So this week, I asked Source, how come these two AAAs that help prevent sensitive souls from proxying for things and or also being reversed or partially reversed, how come they're not automatically updating? Well, the answer is this. They are to some degree, but not 100%, probably around 70 or 80%. So in questioning why that is, it has to do with self-responsibility, which is very interesting because that positive morphic field of self-responsibility also has been evolving. We're getting to higher and higher levels of that. Now, don't run away yet. Self-responsibility, I have too much already, right? Well, it's more metaphysical than it is like actually giving yourself more responsibility. But what it actually really means is the higher degree of self-responsibility that we can hold, the more power or say, if you will, we have in creating life, in creating the material world like we desire and focus on and create intentions for. So it's actually a good thing. What I'd like to do today for TOLPAKAN Healing Activation is see if we can up the self-responsibility scores for everyone because it's not just about me. I thought, well, maybe I can just improve mine and therefore automatically have these triple A's auto-evolve on their own 100%. Not so much. It has to do with all beings elevating their self-responsibility score. I'm like, okay, so why not do it together? Can't hurt, right? And by the way, in case you don't think you have some of these triple A's, we can definitely do a download today. Let's go ahead and do the ones we talked about today. Downloading the Automatic Alignment Activator for automatically rebalancing your clairs, and of course, preventing you from going into proxying when it's not appropriate, and going into a polarity reversal when it's not appropriate. So if you're ready to receive, just make that intention. Let's get into our bodies. Just bring our presence right here and now. And relax. Close your eyes if you're safe to do so. Focus on the inside of your body. If you rubbed your hands, focus on your hands. Feel energy or movement or waves or tingles happening in your body. Follow the flow wherever it goes. We entered the 0-point field right now. This is where we make our intentions and our shifts. I will speak the TOLPAKAN healing directives, and you just notice the shifts within your body. Maybe you'll have them, maybe you won't, but just focus on your body. Ready? I now command that the Automatic Alignment Activator that helps you automatically balance all your clairs, including the clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairgustance, clairessence, clairknowing, be downloaded and activated in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with speed, ease, and grace. It is now commanded that the Automatic Alignment Activator that automatically helps you balance your brain, preventing you from proxying or partial proxying for someone, be downloaded and activated in you and all versions of you in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with speed, ease, and grace. I now command the Automatic Alignment Activator that prevents you from going reversed or partially reversed, be downloaded and activated in you and all versions of you and all timelines where you exist, where allowed, with speed, ease, and grace in the highest and best way. And finally, I now command the Grand Automatic Alignment Activator that automatically evolves these be downloaded to all the AAAs that you have, past, present, and future, with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way. Thank you. So go ahead and just notice how that feels in the body. If you had your eyes closed, you can open them. And I'd like you to write in the comments, what was that like for you? Excuse the dog barking. What was that like for you? Did you notice a shift? And have you actually been proxying, partial proxying, or reverse or partially reverse lately? And perhaps you may need to manually evolve and update those AAAs. It's very simple. If you're TOLPAKAN, healing attuned, which many, many people are, more than 95%, you just have to do the stillness through observing internal movement, which we did earlier, feeling energy in your body, and just do a directive. And it could sound like this. I now command the Automatic Alignment Activator be evolved and updated in the highest and best way. The ones for, so the ones for proxying, partial proxying, prevention of that, and the prevention of reversal and partial reversals. And then see what happens. Oftentimes, if I've been coughing, I'll just stop coughing in about a minute and a half. And then I know, whoop, it worked, and then I'll recheck my brain balance, and it will no longer be reversed. So that's how it works for me, and hopefully it'll work for you as well as it does for me. So some announcements this week. We had Dr. Jeffrey Benton on the Light Warrior Radio, and he's going to be talking about his emotional trauma release technique. He has a really, really fantastic book, and I met him in person at the Consciousness Conference in San Diego last January, where we had speakers like Marianne Williamson, Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, Anita Morjani, Nassim Haramein, some really, really cool folks. And so during this podcast, we're going to talk about understanding the two main types of trauma. We're going to delve a little bit into German New Medicine and that kind of trauma, and unveiling how internalized trauma can manifest as physical symptoms. And a little bit about this technique, the emotional trauma release technique. He's actually going to go through it with you in the podcast, so it's going to be super, super cool. So you can check that out, 12 noon Eastern on Monday on Light Warrior Radio. We also have a number of upcoming events, really exciting. So on Monday, which is October 30th, 2023, after our radio show at 2 p.m., we have Dr. Dennis and I doing the LifeWave Q&A. You can submit your questions and we'll take as many as we can live on Zoom, pictures and all. So hope to see you there, and that will be recorded on audio and will be released on our podcast the first Monday of each month. We also have that day the 13 chakra activation ceremony at 7 p.m. at night. That's Eastern time. Whether or not you have a 13 chakra bracelet or not. By the way, the stretchy ones are going to be available in November. You can still benefit from this 13 chakra activation. So feel free to come on board and be there live as we activate each of your 13 chakras. It's absolutely free to join. And then on Wednesday, on the Health Freedom Tribe. By the way, if you're not part of the Health Freedom Tribe and you are a health freedom advocate or champion like I am, would love to have you join, because we have a chat every Wednesday. We talk about all sorts of interesting things that we really can't talk about elsewhere. Anyway, we have a special guest, Ruth Rendley. In her work, she's one of my soul reading teachers. She does the Seraphim Blueprint. So she works with Seraphim, one of the high-level angels. And they came up with a very, very special technique or protocol to help people who have been vax injured. And she's going to be talking about some of the examples that they've had, how they've helped people with this, and it's kind of very exciting. So if you're interested, she's coming on as a guest speaker Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern. So if you're part of the Health Freedom Tribe, if you join as a member, then you will get these special guests at least once a month, and then have a chat with me or Leslie Wendland, the Chief Connection Officer, every week, talking about whatever's going on in the world, giving you the behind the scenes energetically of what's really going on. Last but not least, mark your calendars for Saturday, November 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern, because I will be launching a brand new masterclass. This is a public masterclass, and it's called Loving the Darkness into the Light. We will be doing a 90-minute masterclass with some updated material related to healing ghosts, demons, and other negative energies. Give you a broad overview of that, and also we'll be on that day launching the Light Warrior Bootcamp 3.0. That is my self-healing program for helping you release entities, extraterrestrial interferences in a very updated and expanded way. So I really hope you join me for that masterclass. Gift your contribution, so you can give anything from $1 to $97, which is the value of the class. So I would love to see you live in the class. I will put all those links below, and we will hopefully see you soon. And until next time, lots of love, and have a wonderful rest of the week. Big love to you.